Me like what seems la respond to Prime Minister lo kerenga kwa. Me believe la question supplementary question where kerenga kwa asking Prime Minister very important. So I am reply to Prime Minister.
Every time we talk about cost of operations for government, user take the easy approach of going and borrowing, and meanwhile that stockpile going up yet, which is a matter of legitimate concern. But in all that period of debate, sari monpla man talk law cutting cost of operations for government, it come down so that you may live within our means and we don't have to go out and borrow. So Amaspla budget speech miarim, plan law ministers miarim, no man talk cutting cost for operation. Suppose you running a private business, by you looking for cost cutting pastime. We've never done that. So I think Prime Minister, while you're answering all these other questions, you might also enlighten us. Wouldn't it be wise to also look at cost cutting as a means of saving ourselves on these skyrocketing debt burdens that we are creating by, which to me sounds to be the easy way out. But it takes somebody with guts to be able to stand up and say, look, let's cut the cost to the overall operation of the government so we don't have to go out and borrow and keep building up our debt stockpile.
Thank you.
So I think it's probably part of this series of discussions, Prime Minister, give me Sambla Tintin blame. Emiga Tintin cutting cost of operations. Should we go down that pathway or should we just ignore it?
Members and young people, I'm asking Prime Minister or back him now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Prime Minister.
This is not a supplementary. This is not a supplementary. This is advising Prime Minister.
Let me remind this House, I'm chairing this session. I decide who goes. So me asking Prime Minister, long please back him, supplementary come, long sina yangumu. Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you, Madam Assistant Speaker. Me like also asking Clark, you plug the front, table of front, advise him on line sit down, Speaker, that supplementary provisions, question must not be abused. Nubla question and Nubla question. Advise him or line by Sidan Vasia or like ask him question where me Nubla question must Nubla question. I think you may have punan bian lo procedure na standard lo parliament. Plenty to hide backside lo supplementary and ask Nubla question. Can I say member lo sina ask him good lo Nubla question. Good lo Nubla question. Member, so me like you study in this plus space, me no need to lecture him you, but being leader of government business for so long, I think these are things that we could tidy up. But come back to a question where member Sina he asked him. This block question, a good block question. Me like ask him put him in writing. But Salimi come, now me like back and back good. But me like give him assurance one indication type of budget where government will be running. For the first time, I am the 8th Prime Minister. There are 7 Prime Ministers before me, all rotating in between. This is the first government that has elevated development budget almost on par with recurrent. Before he come, recurrent budgets are stopped on top more than 60-70%. Now development budgets are stopped below 30%. Today, as we speak, in 2025, population limit approaching 10 million. Population before, underneath long 10 million. And meaning one need long country. The recurrent element of budget supports everyday running of departments, including our provinces, including our districts. And so there must be a balanced debate. Cutting back recurrent in one block, but there must be also matching cutting back development too. So we similar cutting. But we at a point in time in the nation's history, our 460,840 square kilometers of land, very big land mass, from swamps, from deltas, to mountains, to valleys, to islands, he needing money long support, needing departments long work. So you have a debate between cutting back, tighten your belt, and not supporting out in our sectors, or try to be extravagant and try to support the sectors. We on this side choose in the last 6 years when we had that we will borrow responsibly, have a growth budget, and try to get the money out to the economy. And we, as government, has supported the economy the last 6 years. We choose to go down this path. But to give assurance when in places that recurrent seems to be consumed a lot, I want to point, for instance, recurrent money, paying policeman, paying TISA, paying health workman, and recurrent. And for the first time, I said I'll answer the question in writing. Be like reply good lamb, you make clear. Recurrent display, PIP display. You got need cutting back. I agree with the Principal Holly. Some unnecessary areas need to be cut. And yesterday we saw responsibility. Instead of creating Nubla department, a Laram department, petroleum staff, we made redundant petroleum department, subsume all into one structure now. Instead of before, you create an MRA, now you let a mining department staff. We're moving that step. Very soon, we're going to fold in mining department. This is what you meant. I appreciate the gist of the question, but I want to impress to all of us. In the long run, for the first time, we've now elevated almost PIP budget on par with recurrent. Before, used to be recurrent at 70%, PIP at 30%. We've now brought them almost on par. But the idea that we must cut unnecessary waste is a good idea, Mr. Member for Senior Senate. Through you, Madam Assistant Speaker, I will get back a formal written statement, if not an answer to the question, a statement to the Parliament on the status quo at present. Thank you, Madam Assistant Speaker.
So I'm here to RMP here. If Prime Minister take note, Lord, it's a good question. Na suppose I'm implement him and make him come up. I think this plan one of the solution law or crisis we may face him, cost cutting. So when I'm thinking you got, you can comment, you miskel him.